Hey fellow babies, another beautiful day in sunny Los Angeles. Welcome back to the Pach-Attack. Okay, we have a question from Twitter from @Sprickles. We hear a lot from @Sprickles, don't we? That guy's pretty prolific. The GTA release was pushed to September for more development time. Does this mean it could be on next generation consoles? God, I hate questions like could be. Yes, it could be. No, it won't be. How's that? So no, it's not going to be. Yes, of course it could be, but it ain't happening. Look, let me give you guys a lesson on Rockstar, okay? Rockstar does whatever the hell they want. I would say it's arguable that Rockstar even knows there are next generation consoles coming because they live in their own world. You know, they'll probably discover that eventually. If you look at the history of GTA, GTA 3 came out on the PlayStation 2 a year after launch. GTA 4 came out on the Xbox 360, let me get the math right here, 1.5 years, nope, 2.5 years after the console launch. April of 08, Xbox launched in November of 05, and 1.5 years after the PS3 launch. And the reason it was delayed, because the original launch date for GTA 4 was actually October of 07, was that after only a year of the PS3 being on the market, they couldn't get the game to work. So they had to wait 6 months and fix the PS3 version. That is gospel. I know that is true. I don't care what anybody on the internet said. Deal with it. I'm right on this one. So these guys are notoriously slow to adapt to new technology. Once they adapt to it, they do a flawless job. I mean, they're phenomenal developers. So good for them, they make great games. But GTA 5 as a launch title for PS4 and Xbox Next, not happening. So the answer is, yeah, they could do it. It wouldn't be up to their standards, so they won't do it. They have to polish, 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 polish. The reason for the GTA delay is that Rockstar was so ambitious that they decided to make this game so frame-breaking, so different, so great, that it has taken them, how many years has it been since April 08? 5.5 years to develop a game on the same platform that their last game came out on. That's a long time. Now again, this is like dissing James Cameron for taking a long time between Avatar 1 and Avatar 2. It's worth it. I get it. I mean, there are some things that are just worth waiting for. So no diss on Rockstar for how long it takes to get the GTA game out. All of my predictions in the past that GTA was coming out in 2010, then 11, then 12, were really based more on my business, judgment that it would have been a smart thing to get that game out before the next generation consoles launched. We're getting next gen consoles right after GTA launch, which is going to hurt catalog sales. So if GTA typically sells 20+ million units, they don't sell them all in the first week. They sell them, typically they sell 12 million or so in the first couple of months. They sell probably 5 or 6 million the balance of that year, and another 3 or 4 million a year for the couple of years after that. It's going to be hard to sell those 3 or 4 million a year if it's a last generation game that doesn't play on the new consoles because they won't be backward compatible. So I actually think, scheduling a fall 2013 launch, September 2013 for GTA is a bad idea. They should have brought the game out a year ago, but they didn't. They're leaving sales on the table. The good thing is, you guys are going to buy it. It is going to be a great game. It's going to give you a reason to keep your PS3 and your Xbox 360 hooked up, because the PS4 and the Xbox Next are not going to be backward compatible. And I pity those few of you who have both 360 and PS3 and are going to buy PS4 and next Xbox. You're going to have 4 consoles under your television. That's complicated to hook up. Most of us don't have that many inputs on our TVs, but we'll figure it out. Gunnar484, is it legal for a publisher to block the sale of a physical copy of their game on an online website at any time after its release, such as selling back Aliens Colonial Marines to Amazon.com? No, it's not. The law, well, it's not legal in the United States. It may be legal elsewhere, I'm not sure. The law in the United States is that we have something called first use. So the law in the US is very clear. The Supreme Court has decided, there's no question about this. If you buy something, anything, and you are the first user, You are allowed to resell that. You are allowed to rent it. You are allowed to do whatever you want with it. So the easy example is if you buy a car, you're allowed to resell it. If you buy a bicycle, you're allowed to rent it. So we have Hertz Rent-A-Car, renting cars. They buy cars and they rent them, and Chevrolet actually is happy to sell to them. If you are, may they rest in peace, Blockbuster, you can buy movie DVDs and rent them to people. So yes, you can sell used copies of anything. The exception to that rule is when you don't own the thing you bought. So if you buy a game disc, if you purchased the disc and you own the game, you're allowed to resell it. Absolutely, it doesn't matter who you resell it to. If you didn't buy the disc, but instead you buy a license, and I encourage you guys, any of you who have ever used Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word, or Windows or Outlook, any Microsoft product, when you load that into your PC, up pops something that says software license agreement and user license agreement. And it says, if you read through the 74 pages of fine print, I am licensing this product for use on this PC. In the case of Microsoft, I think you can put it on up to 3 PCs, but it's saying it's me, I'm the only person who's going to use it, and I am buying this license from you, and I have restrictions on what I can do with it. You can't resell that. There was a recent US Supreme Court case that was, Autodesk was one of the parties. Autodesk sells software that you use to build buildings, like architectural computer-assisted design software. It's about $70,000 for an Autodesk suite. It's really expensive. And someone bought an Autodesk license, put it on his PC, and then sold his PC that had Autodesk on it. And he sold his PC for tens of thousands of dollars because the buyer wanted to buy the Autodesk software. That went to the Supreme Court, believe it or not. And the Supreme Court said, can't sell it. The guy's legal argument was, I bought the PC, I can resell the PC. And the Supreme Court said, you sure can, but you have a license that's issued to you to use the software. It's not issued to your PC. So you can't sell the software, you have to scrub the software off the PC in order to sell it. That's the law. It isn't changing in the US ever, will not happen. The law isn't the same every place else in the world. There are restrictions on resale of used items, and it varies by jurisdiction. I think the UK has similar laws to the US. Australia and New Zealand have similar laws. Canada has similar laws. I'm not sure about, I know there are different laws in a lot of other countries, but I can't name them off. So that's the answer. From Twitter, @WillMarshall, @WillMarshall, either 23 or 123. Depends how many L's there are in Marshall. I always laugh when I see Marcus on the floor in the Pach-Attacks. Do you think Leno sits on Kimmel's floor? I'm pretty confident in this answer. Leno does not sit on Kimmel's floor. Marcus and I are twin sons of different mothers. So we hang out together. We like each other. Marcus has a place to stay anytime he's down in Long Beach. I live in the LBC. That's where Snoop Dogg is from. We love Marcus. My wife loves Marcus. We will have that guy over whenever he wants to be over. I would love him to be in every Pach-Attack. We're going to encourage Rohan to come up with a new concept that's just Marcus and me ranting all the time. I think we could actually probably do something pretty special if we were to do that. What do you think, Rohan? Yeah, Marcus is a little nastier than I am. It's funny though, because you guys, I'm not nasty and you guys hate me. And Marcus is nasty and you guys love him. Maybe that's the secret.
Don't change.
But people love Marcus.
I mean, he still gets his share of flack,
I think he's just oblivious to the fact that there are people out there who hate him. He probably doesn't know, because I certainly don't know. I never hear about it. All right, guys, thanks once again for joining me on, I don't know, this must be the 5,000th episode of Pach-Attack. If you have questions, you can direct them to the link below, or you can ask questions on Twitter. If you would like a direct response from me, you have to follow me. I'm @Michael Pachter on Twitter. And if you ask a question on Twitter that you'd like handled on the show, please make sure to copy @RohanLikesPants, because Rohan really likes pants and he picks all the questions.
See this and other GT shows and game reviews on the GT Originals iOS app, available now on the App Store.
Clicking on the videos to the right of me. Wow.
And you can put like right here.
To the right? To my right? To that right?
There we go.
That right,
That
yeah.
direction.
Okay. Hey, fellow babies, you can check out more Pach-Attack videos on GameTrailers.com by clicking on the videos to the right of me. This is not a profit deal.